Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Championship Sunday here at the U.S. Snooker Masters of 2026. We are live at OX Billiards in the heart of the Capitol Hill District in Seattle, Washington. Great to have you here with us. It's David Burney in the booth. We got a great matchup in the quarterfinals. Callum Beresford, the reigning high break man with 128, taking on Mr. Davey Morris, last year's runner-up. Opened up the tournament quite nicely with a impressive 127 in the first frame of this tournament. So it's a best of 7 match. Sit back and enjoy the snooker, everybody. The chat is open. Any comments, questions? To let us know where you're tuning in from. We greatly appreciate that. Callum is broken off. Decent break-off shot there. And I'm also joined by Christian Youngers in the booth. How you doing, Christian?
Yep. How's it going, Dave?
Going great. Today we're going to find out who will be the new U.S. Snooker Masters champion. As last year's champion, Renat Danka, did not make the trip over here, but as you can see, Davey Morris on this table, last year's runner-up, hoping to hoist the trophy a little later today, but he's in tough. Callum Beresford, good player, strong, all the way from England. Kind of wouldn't be surprised. Actually, the winner of this could be in the final. And Anton Fediushyn is our referee. And over on our side table, our other YouTube channel, we have McJudge taking on Tom Lemure. And our good friend Brendan Floyd is refereeing over there. Great to see that our head referee, Dasilava Basilova, put on a referee clinic just in the lead up to this tournament. And now her pupils are getting some actual on-table experience.
Yeah, she had hosted a referee clinic here on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I believe, leading up to this event, and has had a handful of participants that have passed her referee test, which is very cool to see. So, got a few referees here getting to effectively referee their 3rd match ever, and now they're on the live stream. So, shout out there to Brendan Floyd, Anton Fediushyn.
I believe we also have Dave Daly and Dan Peterson manning our other tables in the room.
Yeah, rest of the matches in the back section of OX. As you can see here on the wide shot, Dan Womersley is playing over on table 3 in the top left corner, and Adam Nigiati and Nitin Sharma in the upper right corner, refereed by Dave Daly, Dan Peterson. I've heard all week, seems to me that especially a lot of the Irish contingency is going to have David Morris as their favorite. He's probably got far and away the most experience on the tour, along with Michael Judge. As far as top pros they maybe have scalped and number of years on tour, Callum is on that cusp of trying to get over the hump out of the Q Tour events and get on the tour as a professional. So it's going to be a good matchup. Callum, I think, is currently cueing the ball the best. Most folks would say he's got the highest average break in his matches, a couple of centuries, a couple of 80 breaks. And I believe whenever I talk to any of the lads, though, they say just wait for Davey Morris once he puffs out his chest and shows his true colors. It's gonna put Callum to the test. So real exciting match to watch here.
I think that's why you're going to see the start of this, a lot of safety battle. Callum's fortunate enough that yellow's covered that red close to the top left corner. But Davey does have a long red here.
1.
just got there. Could have gone quite wrong, but he's hit it with a good amount of pace, knowing he's going to cannon into some sort of red there. Automatic these, but he's potting this. I'll tell you, Davey Morris is locked in. Won't mind too much not getting on the red to left corner. He's got a couple of options on the right half of the table and
7.
plenty of space to get up for the blue.
Kerry Lee Charters chiming in, wishing good luck for Callum. Great to hear you're tuning in. That's what we like to see.
It's a good shot there.
$13.
Did see David on table 1 here. First match of the event in the group stage. Knocks in a 1-2-7 to set the stage at the start of this event. But only was bested by Callum Beresford here, who's playing with a 1-2-8. So
14.
definitely both players are playing well. Don't think this clearance is automatic by any means. There's a lot of clustering down this right half of the table. The 3 bunch of reds on the right side, the 2 along the long rail. Just gonna do well enough to get rid of all the empty ones first. All the loose ones. Clean up, then maybe go into the pack, figure things out from there.
17.
That's a great shot.
And he's going right in the middle of the pocket. Definitely feeling it.
Came a little bit shy actually though. Won't mind too much since he has a couple of mid-range reds anyway. He's also got this red to the right of the bunch near the pink spot.
23. $24. $26.
Yeah, it's a bit low on this red. He's going to have to come up for the blue. Definitely would love to get that black back on the spot sooner than later, but staying at the table. That's how you win a frame in snooker. You never win one by sitting in your chair.
27.
And all of this sort of starting off from a maybe a bit of a loose safety from Callum, leaving that red onto right corner, where Davey had a good wit to give it a good smack and get it out in the open and get on the pink. So maybe a little bit of good fortune in the first shot, but showing some good form here. He's going to miss this as I say it. Nope. Been pretty good at that all weekend long. Is start talking well about someone and all of a sudden they start missing the shot in that moment. Probably Brendan O'Donoghue's the biggest culprit of that. I can't call him culprit, but he's more of a victim, I guess, huh? If you believe in such a thing.
33.
Come a bit short again. So not quite getting that pace. But I think as the match goes on, once they figure out this type of positioning and they're getting every single time on the right side, it's going to start leading to those big breaks. Just having to work a little bit harder since, you know, that one ball length. Now he's got to stretch over the red, bring out the extension and all that, come in and out of bulk. Pretty important to get on the correct side of the blue. And there you go. It's going to keep rolling
David,
though.
33.
Yeah, it's a very tight window. I don't think the red passes the other red to the right middle pocket, so some luck of the Irish for Mr. Davy Morris. Definitely for Callum. You know, you've gotten away with a bit of a sigh of relief there, because a lot of people probably had Davy favored to at least make it a one visit frame, and somehow you're back to the table, so you'll take it. Can't say really he's played bad yet. He's played one safety, two safety shots maybe.
Left him with a shot to nothing here. It's red to the right of the pink.
Yep. Ran into the bunch and popped another one loose, so maybe similar situation for Callum. I think he's got an angle toward the black slightly on this red to left corner, so it's going to be topping it in, sending it off one cushion, back in the bulk. That was the tester shot there. He pots that. He says, Davy Morris, I'm here to play.
Yeah, early on in this best of seven, so I don't mind Callum taking that on. But unfortunately, my dude's got this mid-range red, top right corner. Just kind of taking a peek up at this other red near the green pocket.
Looks tight to get past the blue, so he's passing it up maybe.
They have the best advantage, best view at the table. We have this view and we can kind of look out at the window of our booth. Still, we're not down on the table, cue in hand.
Doesn't like it. Must be very, very close if he's taking this much time going back and forth. Not decided yet. Mid-range red here. It's going to be a naked one. If it doesn't make this.
1.
No, I just played it in a way that he was going to get at least a tough position for Callum if he misses, but you can just see the confidence there from Davy.
So there's just a whisker of room to get by.
For the
Let's
pink?
get this pink into the
Oh.
left middle. It's going to be a tricky black.
Tricky middle is right. Where's it going?
Back.
David, 1.
Now here's an opportunity for Callum. Bounce back. A couple open reds.
Pink is over the hole, so he's going to be able to play with that, but he's really only got 4 reds that are wide open.
One.
If he's just maybe overrun that, does he have an angle to come up for that red near the green pocket?
Seven. Eight.
It's a good shot. Sort of stun, follow, check it with side, check it with the spin a bit and get it to come up table. It's well struck. Tells you he's got pretty dialed into the pace there. So stun shots are all about the pace, the touch, so to speak. Anton's cleaning the ball there. We can get a shot of the room. A couple of Americans have made it into the quarterfinals here. Tom Limore, they're playing on the right of your screen. He's live on our second YouTube live stream at OX Billiards YouTube channel and playing the juggernaut that is Michael Judge. We'll be keeping an eye on all the matches. Let us know if there's anyone you need a match update on as well. There is a live scoring link you can get to from the AMCQ Sports
11.
Facebook page. Bracket is in the description of the video. Playing with a pink, and he wants some angle, but this is a bit, maybe a bit too far.
Yeah, might be able to come across it, just come off the right cushion and be on one of these two that are out in the open.
Just gotta shoot this at more of a rolling cue ball. Done really well there. It's a rolling shot as opposed to
18.
a stunning type shot. I know most snooker players prefer the soft stun shots in general if they can do it. It just means that they're hyper accurate.
19.
And Callum striking it well.
Yeah, with that open edge, you really like to develop one of those reds on the cushion, but that can be the case here. Got another pink, so slowly climbing back into this first frame.
$25.
This is the last of the open reds.
26.
So now the game begins. Scott, still a chance to get on this red closest to right corner. I think the last red is the one we're definitely going to see being played a safety on. Possibly a double to the opposite middle pocket. You can get on this red just because of it is off the cushion enough. This is going to be a touchy shot though. Needs a little bit of a bounce. He's going to get hooked on the closer red. So
32.
end of break. But a good one to get him back in this frame. It's basically back to even. Neither player really making a big mistake except for maybe this positional shot from Callum and Davies' miss on the pink to left middle.
Callum, 32.
A good standard so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think in this match we're either going to get these really tight frames coming down probably to the final couple color balls, or one player's really going to get in and put a substantial break, one frame or one visit to the table to clear the frame. So this will be a good little sparring match to begin. Both players exchanging blows.
Good shot there. He's managed to get the reds closer together, so there's less to hide from. Watch out, cue ball. It's going to be okay. The nap's taking it a bit to the right. Table's still playing really well in this tournament. Heard only good words from the players of the quality of the match conditions here at Ox. We're very proud of that. Let's overcut this. It's all about this window now, and I think Davey's going to have a look at this red. Yeah, caught the jaw. So makeable pot here for Davey Morris.
Yeah, the player, you give him an inch, they'll take a yard. But this does have pressure. Long pot.
So overcut that. Brown does not cannon. Got an interesting shot coming up. This one Callum is gonna fire at to the left or right corner. I'd imagine it's the only red he can leave, so don't mind the safety still. Yeah, clipping this edge, putting the cue back into bulk. Not quite done the best effort there if it hasn't gone past the green. Oh, it's all right. Clearing the cue ball there. Get some more angle of the room. Tom Lemore is leading 40-16 against Michael Judge in the first frame.
Clever shot by Davey there. Cross double with the element of safe. Got a good cue ball tight to the bulk cushion. Callum's only got really the top of the ball to work with. Got to take utmost care with this. Don't want to put any unwanted side on it. So it can happen in this situation.
And Brendan Floyd refereeing over on table 2. Got put in a good situation there, a good tester. It was a interesting situation where Michael Judge had actually fouled, gotten the cue ball back in the D with 3 reds on the table and managed to get a free ball. So I was just checking the test with the free ball to see if he can hit both extreme edges of either of the reds that were out in the open, and it was a free ball indeed.
Great long pot there by Callum.
1.
Some pressure on that shot. Might just have the angle on the black. The green pocket to disturb this red off the cushion.
Ooh.
Black, and the red is out.
Yikes.
Might get a
Callum,
saving
1.
grace. Where's this black going to end up? Ooh, just short of pace to get the cover there. So advantage Davey Morris.
So huge miss there. All the risk is in that shot, because if you don't pot that, you're opening up the black. Brown's going to be critical here still, though. But Davey Morris catches the near jaw on this red, and
Huge miss there.
game on.
Yeah.
The brown, I think, going to be the one determining this frame. Tight to that bulk cushion. Maybe a bit off. This is also not automatic. I think you have to go across 2 cushions here for the black in the same pocket. Catch the red a little bit thin. I don't think he can get enough screw back on this red to come around the black, but he's got to hit it nice if that's the case. Yeah, he hit it pretty sweet.
1.
I think I'd almost take blue here just because of the colors and the bulk end.
Yes, with the final color here, and then we'll be on to the colors. Blue is a smart choice. Black doesn't do any help for him, just gives him a couple extra points, but
He's a right-hander, so this is going to be a rest shot. Good font.
like to be a little low. Just get an angle on that green.
6.
If he's straight, it looks like a little bit of angle. I don't think he's straight on this yellow. If he was straight, he could screw back, come off the cushion, and potentially have a good angle on the green to come up for brown. But he uses the cushion
8.
there. Big shot here. Green to brown. If he's successful, I would see him as the favorite in this first frame.
Is it thin enough where you can just catch the brown half ball going forward? Looks very close. Tables are sliding still, so you can easily sail past the brown. He's done his cueing. I think he can. Just a bit of top spin. Oh, just wanted to catch
11.
it half ball and nudge it off the rail. That would have been curtains for this first frame, but
Yeah, he just might hold his cue ball right there. Use the blue and pink as a blocker. Put the brown near the top cushion.
Callum.
Played.
oh, is it gonna come out? Nope, he's good.
10 points in it, 22 on the table.
Davey can go cushion first here off of the top cushion, bottom of your screen. A bit of left-hand side. If he needs it. He almost wants to catch it a bit thin to get it to nick off and come up safe.
Foul and a
table.
miss. Callum 4.
Might be a free ball.
It's like,
I think referee Fediushyn's just taking a look.
yeah. For folks who want to learn, when you test for a free ball here, you set up your either an extra ball or the implement he's got, and then check the angle and see if you can hit that thing full. It's going to be a free ball.
No, it's not.
And it's not a free ball. So this could go back. So it does need brown and blue. Obviously, you don't expect Davy Morris to miss twice when he's in a snooker like that. So that's what Callum's debating here.
It's just, I think, the difficulty, too, of this brown and how it lays. If he's going to go for this and miss it, you know it's going to settle over that pocket and your cue ball is going to be coming around table. Probably leaving an easy sitter, so this is quite the spot.
It's going to come back. Yeah, I wonder if he might have maybe an angle to get by that ping to hit on the right side of the brown that's pushed his cue ball towards the black. But here's attempt number 2. I think we're still in that stage of the tournament where is it 4 attempts on a foul and miss? 3 putbacks? Let's double check that with our tournament director or co-tournament director, Andy McCluskey, or Desalava Basilova.
Our boy, our dog, Rodney Goggins in the chat. Hi, folks, he says. How's it going, Rodney? It's the last day here. We missed you in the booth. Or should I say in the boot? And did always have an edge of that brown. I think he actually just ended up miscuing in the first case. That's what ended up happening, so...
Yeah, well, funny bridge hand, he's going to be on the cushion, but
It's the right
that
bet
red
choice.
does look, or that brown does look open.
think Callum gets the result he wanted. Pot on for this brown.
It's good for Callum to take this first frame.
Oh, betwixt and between, I think is what they say here. The way I always note this is if the two balls are lined up to the perfect midpoint of that upper right-hand corner rail, it's got to pick a side, and they're both kind of awkward. It's going thin into the right middle. Big shot. Pot is
Nine.
there, so frame ball is down for Callum. 2 snookers plus black and pink needed. Tricky pink, but just roll this over. Should be no bother.
15.
And it's
In
there.
the frame.
So Callum Beresford takes
Callum.
that first frame for a scoreline of 63-34. We'll step aside and come right back with frame 2 of this quarterfinal match.
Second frame, David to break.
And welcome back to our second frame of this quarterfinal match between David Morris of Ireland taking on Callum Beresford of England. It's the 2026 U.S. Snooker Masters at OX Billiards. So, not the best breakoff shot there by Davey. He's left to red into the right middle.
Yep, interesting situation. getting first chance. Not getting able to clear in the last frame in one visit. And Callum was able to get back in it and steal the frame. Another mistake here. It's going to leave
One.
first chance for Callum. Has 2, maybe 3 reds available. Looks close. But this shot's going to tell us everything if he's going to be able to continue. If folks are enjoying, I know there's a big Irish contingency over watching across the pond, so give us a share, like the stream, subscribe. Do appreciate you guys watching. Glad you enjoy the content.
6.
Yeah, it kind of feels like an Irish day here in Seattle. Gray, overcast, a little cool, and a threat of rain, always.
Same snooker, different ball. Ooh,
7.
rattled. Good shot.
Good angle for this open red, left of the pack.
I think he's got a couple there, maybe. I can go to right corner. He's going to want to go aggressive into the bunch as soon as he can. I think he's high on these 2 reds, so might have to take
14.
the one out more in the open first.
Yeah, and it's a good angle to possibly stun just down for that black and be low on it to give him the opportunity of going into the bunch. As you mentioned, that other red to the right.
No.
That's the one he took.
Yep, taking him
Round
out of
up
the right.
15.
Or eyeing up the open one. So.
It's a good shot here since he's low on the black. There's a bit of a pocket that 3 reds make just to the left of the center vertical. If you can catch that, red full bumps him out. Might have insurance for red to left corner. It's out in the open. You can also glance off of the pack half ball or so and just push things out. See how he splits it. And a bit short on the cue power there. It's the difference, I think, when you see top player Ronnie or other players shoot that shot.
22.
White ball seems to zip through there and then just get out of dodge, hit multiple reds if it needs to, and get out in the open. But might be one here still, the open one to left corner. Not, we might just see him dump the cue ball behind the black.
Yeah, in the game of snooker, you do see a lot of the shots are thoroughly planned out, leaving nothing to chance, but a lot more often than not, when they play that shot going into the pack, they do require a little bit of luck to hopefully be on the next red. You just don't know where that split's going to go.
Little nudge as he left it frozen. Touching ball.
Touching ball.
Referee finishing. Identifies touching red ball.
Tricky spot there for Callum, but it was a big shot to try to screw in the balls and get that to zip out. Now advantage TV Morris at the start of this safety battle. There's a red down this right cushion, probably going to be taken away pretty soon if there's not a shot to nothing on this loose red. Go to either corner pocket. I think left might be simpler if he has a line to get back out of bulk, but I almost felt like going the other way maybe doesn't get cleanly out of the business end. Similar shot for Davey, but he's got the left edge of the pack. It's going to be important to try to take away from Callum on this shot to kind of force him to come up this right-hand side with this red along the right long cushion. Ooh, caught the jaws tight.
Yeah, so he's left an open red. It's distance.
Tricky. It's going to be getting close to the black. Close to the red on the right cushion. I might almost take this red closer to the black spot and try to cut it to right corner, but it's taking this on full-blooded. Good pot, and does cannon that second red, so it would have been expensive miss. If that's the game of snooker. You gotta go for your shots.
Unfortunately, that red's just come into a position that's taken the blue out of the equation, leaving a thin and tricky pink to the top left corner. Were you guessing, maybe thinking about bulk?
Yeah, just tricky enough that it's not quite worth it, it feels like.
Definitely. Think about all the shots when you're standing, but when you're down in this position ready to pull the trigger, only think about the shot right in front of you.
Brown
Don't think
ball.
about that other one danced in your head.
Taking the brown here.
Callum, 1.
Safety.
That red below the pink. Just bypass those other reds. On this way to top left. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's been cut off there. So Callum just going to bring his cue ball back into the bulk area. Some players have adapted quite nicely. That's great weight there. Just within millimeters of hugging that bulk cushion.
Yeah. Bit of a spot for Davey. Doesn't want to catch anything on the way up, so he's going to dump the cue ball to the top cushion. Giving up a bit of advantage. Callum has to keep nailing down those tight to bulk safeties. It's kind of part of the dance you see in snooker. Dumping to the top cushion, go back into bulk. Maybe a red goes up table. Can't just send it up into bulk. Gets tricky. Left the shot to nothing once again. So now Davey Morris with more of the defensive mistakes here in this second frame.
Yeah, shot to nothing here on this red open. Top left. Should have the angle to come off a couple cushions and come back to bulk.
Far too thick on that. Didn't really feel too comfortable, it seemed, as well, but it's a good cue ball.
Yeah, for all our new fans out there, shot to nothing basically is a shot with safety on mind. As you can see from Callum's shot, definitely wanted to get back into the bulk area, but there was a pot on, so if the pot went in, it's happy days, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't go on, because he knows he's got a safe cue ball back up in the bulk area. Great Canadian author R. Daniel Lester actually had a series of books going. Not sure how it's coming along with his next book, but he had some snooker in the background and was thinking of calling his book A Shot to Nothing. So I think that would have been a great title. Our Daniel's doing well up there in Canada. It's just a little bit more tricky, obviously, with that red. It's in the middle part of the table. Thanks for the feedback, Rodney. Enjoying the great coverage that we've done the last few days.
We've missed you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be back in the booth.
Hopefully next year's U.S. Masters or even over at the Nina Open, we'll get the encyclopedia in the booth, Rodney Goggins.
So now the mistake from Callum. Can Davy Morris get back in this frame? Ooh, big miss. Oh, man. Okay, he's got a red to right middle. Almost could have turned out quite fortunate for Davy. Callum can take the second frame now by the horns.
Get by for that red just left of the pink. Those three. This one closest to the pink. Certainly is very close. But he's definitely looking important and eyeing it up.
Oh, red to right. Excuse me, left middle pocket was on.
1.
Ooh, tricky now. Take a bold color, I think. Luckily, reds are up table, so he's got something to work with.
Got a pink as well, mid-range. Thanks for the tip. Rodney Goggins chiming in about The Cruel Game was the title of a book written about the 81-82 season by Gene Rafferty. Yeah, that's what we're missing a little bit in the game of snooker. There's a huge amount of literature out there. There are some good reads out there. Me and the Table, Stephen Hendry's autobiography. My Time with Alex, John Virgo talking about Alex Higgins.
Callum,
Oh,
1.
A fellow Dave who just came out with his book, Dave Hendon, Pots of Gold. That is a definitely wonderful book, and I encourage anyone to pick that up, not just because Dave's a good friend, because it's just very well written and gives a good history
1.
of the game. If you like stories, because there's always stories around here, Mordecai Richler, the Canadian author, a great book called On Snooker.
big miss from Callum. Missed pink on the right cushion. Leaves Davy with the ripe chance now. All the reds open almost.
As well, Brendan Cooper wrote a great book, Deep Pockets. Have you read that, Christian?
No, I've heard of that. You told me last time to read
7.
that.
That's a wonderful read there. There's one chapter where Brendan actually gives personalities to other colored balls. So it's quite a fun read.
That's right, yeah.
So hopefully looking forward to catching up with those gents when I'm over there in Sheffield. In about a month's time, just over a month.
Yep, World Championship starting soon.
Mm-hmm.
Huge match last night also. Tapchaya Unu getting the
8.
upset over Ronnie O'Sullivan. I guess I don't know if it's an upset necessarily. Both players are playing dynamite.
Well, is it over? Spoiler alert.
Whoopsies.
Some of us were going to go back home and watch it on WST Play on demand, but
Yeah.
you just saved me 8 hours of snooker watching.
No, you should
Watching.
still watch the match. I think it was one of the
True.
best matches they've had in a while, especially for a final.
the Rocket going against Formula One. That would have been a blink and you'll miss it kind of final.
Spoiler alert.
15.
Pretty epic tournament. Had 1-5-3 from Ronnie in one of the earlier matches too. Pretty cool to see. Davies getting his chops here. I think
18.
didn't choose to play just for the right middle pocket on that red. This way does have choice of reds. He kind of has this one as insurance up table for later if he wants. But he's choosing to take it now. Doesn't look like he's just comfortable yet. Looks like just a bit of indecision. All the shots are kind of just not quite there. Not quite as perfect as they normally feel when it's when you're flowing and things are working well.
$19.
Yeah, friend Rodney making a good point about these AMC Q Sports tournaments. It seems like anytime these events go on that Andy McCluskey runs, something magical happens in the pro circuit. Obviously, it's been a while since we were in Unit back in October, but that weekend as well, Northern Ireland was going on. Open was going on in Belfast. And Jack Lazowski finally got his first ranking title.
Yeah, epic tournament too. Good final.
Much for Jack, he just recently lost his father, so he was very emotional and just had wonderful things to say. It's just worth watching just for that post-match interview, and Judd very gracious as they're great buddies off the table. But when it gets onto the bays, they're sworn enemies.
25.
Don't think Davey has to take any more cannons into any reds. Lowest one of these bunch of three can go to the right corner, and that unlocks both reds. The left corner. The pink gets out of the way. Oh, where's this blue gonna spot? Just clean.
30.
A little dicey that shot for a second there.
Just a little peskiness because it's in his eye line.
David, 30.
Tough shot with the rest. Felt a bit quick there. Didn't quite time it right, it felt like. 30 break brings him back nearly level. Bit of a lead, but too many open reds still to play with. It's a good shot. He has left edge of these reds down near the pink spot, I think. The leftmost one can pot to the right corner pocket. I wonder if he's gonna instead try to push this red next to the brown backup table instead. Tricky spot. Think I would go off of the reds in the pack, but I'm not sure. Only because he's tight to the cushion. I think if he had some space to cue, that red on the left would already be gone. I think part of the problem is that there's not many places to play super safe up table. I'd like to get to the top right corner area. The black's a big ball. think it's potable for sure.
Got a couple of reds. Red to right middle, red to top right corner. So, with the caliber of these players, this is where you have to dig in and punish your opponent. Let them sit in their chair and stew about that mistake.
One.
Not sure actually if Callum played Davey over in the Nina Open. I know both were competing in the event.
Rodney would know. Who did Callum get eliminated by in the Nina Open? We know Davey lost to Michael Judge in the semifinal.
Was it Brendan Donahue that dispatched of Callum?
3.
We'll find out soon.
We'll leave that to our good statistician, Rodney Goggins. If anyone else wants to chime in, if they're on their computer, they can maybe do a quick research.
Four.
Nice little bump on that red to open it up. Maybe Joe Delaney.
Oh, that
That's a
sounds
possibility.
familiar.
There's a great character of the sport there. Joe Delaney. First time I met him was over in Nina. Had a blast with him. Good. Rough and tough fella. And a great shot too. Looks like Michael Judge actually dispatched of
that's
Callum Beresford.
right. They were in the same group. Mick Judge and Callum Beresford. First group match of the event, I think.
10.
And Callum beat Michael Judge in a best of 5, I believe, on the TV table, and then ended up meeting back up with him in the quarterfinals and lost 4-1
11.
to Mick Judge in the quarterfinals.
Yes, yes, yes. I think, I think I felt like actually watching that first match with Callum and Mick. It seemed like maybe Callum might have been that dark horse, didn't know much about him. Obviously knew the history of Mick Judge. Played at the famous Crucible Theater at the World Championship. So he definitely had the resume of a player.
Rodney says he's sacked.
18.
He's done for. We caught him out naked in the wind. We set you up for that one, Rodney.
Maybe there was a late hurling match last night. Hopefully we can check out one of those if we go back to Nina. I'd be very interested in checking out the hurling.
24.
The hurling. Yeah. I'm in need of a good hurling match. Never been. Here it's all the rage.
So a nice little break of
Callum,
24s, but
24.
Callum ahead 48-30 in the second frame. He leads the match 1-0. Down to the final red.
Didn't end up hiding the white, so Davey's got a couple of decisions here he can make. I think I just like separating them on the right and left long rails. Just needs to bump the brown. Just left the shot on. So a mistake there from Davy Morris. Thought going the other way was my first instinct, but I don't know. I never miss from up here.
It was a tough one, but he didn't leave it at least.
Yeah, he's missed it in quite a way there.
But he'd love to get that. So that probably would have been the frame right there.
Sigh of relief for Davy Morris, but what do you do here? Just feels like nothing has come easy quite yet. All the shots are just a bit tricky. This is another opportunity, I think, for Callum. It's a very touchy shot, that one. Blue and black were not quite in a more wall type blocking situation, but made it for a small window to play the safe. Not playing it. Good shot. Good white ball. Tight to that cushion. And if he gets the full snooker, it's going to be good. Oh, really nice. Actually, since that yellow is going to be taken away part of the kicking area, I think he does have the left edge of the red. Just making sure that the yellow also doesn't plant over to the green pocket. Looks close. He's just checking it out.
Callum's done really well to find the top and the ball cushion. He's really put his cue ball tight to that. And some safety shots.
Yeah, that was going to be the shot. Ooh, and the jaw opens up the angle. It's going to end up good for Davy Morris. Good shot. Caught that very thin. That's going to end up being the kind of safety that's not going to leave him tight to the cushion, more so come up off and try to hide behind balls. A little bit of jaw action helped him out there. This is a tricky one since all the colors are kind of making a bit of a cage around the red. So he doesn't just roll up to this nice. Could leave a free ball if he sails past. So big confidence shot here. What a shot.
Yeah, good knowledge by his opponent to tap on the table. Davey should be able to get out of the snooker. It's just where he's going to leave that last red ball in relation to his cue ball.
Just going to choose to roll up against it.
Foul and a miss. Callum four.
Missed it by a small fraction. Referee Anton Fediushyn just had to come over and take a look. That's the great sportsmanship of this game. Referee and player working together, helping to get the correct spot. It's a real team effort, and then the referee will just ask both players if they agree, and it's game on.
All right, 22-point difference. Still anyone's frame. All the colors are out in the open, so this red is everything for this frame. It's got a nice set of three to hide behind on this left cushion, so see if we can hold the pace.
Very
Behind
nicely
the
done.
brown, yep. Ah, it's come short. No? Can he see an edge? Get just maybe a sliver? No. Watch out, green ball. Watch out, green ball.
Very nicely done. Some great safety shots here, Callum.
Where the yellow lies too, it's almost, I think it's taken away the one cushion escape down the left side of the table. He's gonna have to come with a shot here. Maybe not, maybe the slide is enough there that he can spin this white off of the cushion and widen the angle. Oh, actually went too wide and went around it.
Foul and a miss. Call up 4.
I was thinking on that, that's going to go back. Might have thought differently just if Davey had just missed it. But here we go with attempt number 2.
Like that.
Shot there, double kiss. He's got a little result there. Sometimes the dreaded double kiss can come around, but in this case, it's like Davey was in France. Those double kisses are quite nice.
Wow, what a return. This is what ended up happening from that. Did he catch it thin? I missed it.
It was just a double kiss, so unfortunate bit of luck for Davey Morris.
Uh-oh.
Foul.
Oh.
Debit 4.
I think the red has just gone tricky enough that it makes this pot not automatic.
Yeah, agreed. It could have been a lot easier for Davey, but he doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. Can just bounce off the cushion, off the black, into the left middle.
You're saying Callum gets better and better? I want to be like him in snooker when I grow up.
Well, Dan the Grifters is mentioning that. Practice, 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 practice. Callum definitely puts in a lot of the work. He's very dedicated to the game. He's our youngest competitor here.
I was kind of calling this early, which was I did think it was good for him that he struggled so much in his first match. Didn't get out of the groups in one of the top 6 seeds. He ended up being, I think, the highest player at the 8-1 record. So ended up being somewhere in the 8, 9, 10 range of seeds. I think it was good for him because, in my opinion, I think the match in Nina, he started off a bit too strong almost, and not peaked early, but I think maybe used up a lot of his magic
10.
in those early matches, especially the one against Michael Judge. Obviously you want to do as well as you can in every single match, but I get the feeling the players that improve over the duration of the tournament are the ones that end up winning usually.
13.
All the balls are there.
Is he straight on this? He might have gone a little too low on the brown. No,
That's
he's
no,
okay.
no bother.
17.
So looking promising that both players will have a frame on the board. So it'll be game on.
22.
This is a big mental collapse by Davey. be able to take this. Does need
Both.
pink and black. So it's just not out of the woods just yet.
Big shot. Oh, was
28.
able to pinch the pocket nicely. Got everything out of that white on that angle.
Just has to be a little mindful of the in-off potentially in the right middle. This slight blind cut of the black. This for his first frame to tie the match, one apiece.
David, 28.
That middle pocket just got into his brain power, so
Big miss. Big miss. If Callum steals this one, my goodness.
yeah, he's got to be feeling great. So just noticing the door was opening by our booth. Someone's coming out, but he's just got to do. Callum doesn't mind them coming out a little break. Wasn't expecting to come back with a chance to win this frame, so just kind of walking around a little, selling the nerves, gear himself up. Black for a 2-0 frame advantage in this quarterfinal match. Oh, and it's there, and the white is
7
not going to go in.
and a frame.
Great steal there by Callum. Looked like Davy Morris was in the driver's seat to tie us one frame apiece. But now Davy's up against it. Got to come out strong, at least get that third frame to him, or he's going to be in real trouble. As I have a little break there, we'll go swimming around the room and see what's happening. It looks like Tom Lamore still up 1-0 to Michael Judge. Scoreline of 38-15 in the second frame. Albert Kenny and Daniel Wormsley. That's a match of the Titans. They're at 1-1. And our other match of Nitin Sharma and Adam Nujit. Looks like Nitin is up 2 frames to 1, and they're in their 4th frame. Boy, they're motoring along there. That's quite a swift player, that's for sure. As we saw last night in our final match of the day, when Adam gets in, plays quite proficiently too. So we'll be right back with frame 3 of our featured match between Callum Beresford and David Morris.
Third frame, Callum to break.
Welcome back. popped up, but I don't think Davey's going to try and take on that red. Left of the blue. It's got a long red on. And he's got it. And it's
One.
gonna stay out of the yellow pocket. Another shot to nothing there.
Callum 1.
This is running. The blue's blocking that potting angle for that red closest to the left middle. Kind of having a good long look at it. Also just taking a look at that red that's on the right side of the pack. There's a pathway. Once again, very close to the ball cushion. Callum definitely has the pace of this table nailed down.
One.
Raise of the hand there. Is it intentional that pot there? But Davey will take it. So this can kickstart him. Ooh, Davey.
David 1.
Davey Morris has woken up yet. He's just seeming just a little bit rusty, and Callum's got to feed off that. Just gonna ask him. Referee Fediushyn to clean the cue ball. Just while he's doing that, we'll just give you a little update. It looks like Tom Lemore has a 2-frame-0 advantage over Mick Judge. Streaming producer Christian is working diligently just to update and get the scoreboards from other matches available for us. So he's got that dialed in, and we step away, conclude a break, a frame, I should say. We can give you those scores. Davey not punished, so that red doesn't fall. little tactical exchange here. Both know that one false step and they could be sitting for quite a while. Aggressive safety opening up some reds, but it's got a great cue ball. There's a chance for Davy Morris.
1.
Just a bit much. As we've heard, these tables are playing like a hockey rink. Very slick. Team here at OX Billiards spares no expense. Beautiful star tables, heated.
David 6.
Lieberwin cloth. Davey not really able to capitalize getting in. He's done well to miss that red, but doesn't have the pace, so another chance here for Davy Morris to get his first frame on the board. Lots of reds, but as we know, Davy's an accomplished break builder.
One.
Kicked off the tournament. First frame, first match of the tournament, 1-2-7. Last year's runner-up definitely started off strongly. But he's up against it here with Callum Beresford. He's got 2 frames to the good, just needs 2 more in these best of 7s.
I wonder what's going through Davy's mind here. Sure, he's been through all sorts of
7.
possible situations, and it's just another one in the bucket. Knows he missed one there with the
8.
black off the spot in the last frame.
Yeah, I think he's got to be seen. I'm at the table. It's my opportunity. I can make my chances here. Obviously tough, that bridging going over that red for this pink. That's what can
David,
happen.
8.
So just again, we thought he was in the driver's seat. Couldn't get out of the driveway with the car.
Right middle has a opportunity, as well as a bit tighter pocket to left middle. Don't know if you're going aggressive here. If you're Callum, your safeties have been so good. It might be all right just to keep putting Davey back in the bulk, tight to that old cushion. For the corner. Wow, what a shot.
1.
Great
He's
pot.
feeling it today.
Another look at this awesome shot up into the yellow pocket. It was the good call to keep his cue ball safe. No need to play safe when you're making them in like that.
Pretty as a pitcher.
A little bit short for a red to the right corner, but he's got a couple of options to right middle.
7.
The issue is, I think if takes the topmost red in that bunch, it might open up the pink spot. I'm not sure. And it could make for a more difficult break later on, since the pink would be blocked to the right corner pocket most likely. So probably take the blue.
Eight.
Looks like the pink will still be covered, so it's plenty to play with.
Yeah, looks
13.
like this top red of the 4 there. Looks like it will go top left corner. Just mapping out a few shots time. He's got this red into top left, pink into the opposite corner pocket. And just seeing what other red he wants to play for after that pink.
14.
Yeah, now the pink spot has opened up. Pink still goes, I think, 3 of these 4 pockets in the business side of the table.
Yeah, it should be open enough to use that diagonal lower left corner, right middle pocket.
Slide through for this bottom red and have the pink in the right middle, so good stuff here by Callum.
21.
He's done well to get up with the blue. Right side. So that triangle is going to take him back down to the business end of the table. Maybe a slow stun just to open up those two reds by the pink. Just going to safe reprieve with that open red on the right side of the table. Oh, as you can see with the body language, he missed a trick there.
Big miss.
Drops his head in disgust. He just
26.
won't have that little nudge on that red.
Yep. Big positional miss there for Callum. Doesn't feel like Davey's gotten his engine quite started quite yet. So is this the spark?
Yeah, he's not going to take this into the green pocket. Rather just get behind the green and brown.
Callum, 26.
Can you believe it? Christian, the man, the myth, the legend, a fellow DB, David Brock, in the chat room. David, great to hear from you. Giving shout outs to myself and Christian. Rodney's here in spirit. He's chiming in. I think he's our Irish statistician.
Most active chatter when not in the boot.
And as well, David Brock, we do have a third DB. Desalava Poslova is here, our head referee and co-tournament director. It's getting a little confusing in the chats with the hi David, hi Dave, hey Dave, David. So, and we got a David Morris at the table. So these are the days we know in the snooker world.
Oh, the plant. What a shot. What a shot
One.
from Callum Beresford there.
Good eye, good angle on the yellow too. If we can see that replay of that plant. Spot lots of distance between the reds, which is making the plant that much difficult.
And he played the more awkward of the two, but it was the one that was going to get his cue ball back into bulk, so great shot. Callum's coming with the punches, as we expected here.
What do you think for our entertainment today? Should we call up David Byrne just for another DB? Frontman of the Forming Talking Heads.
You can just bring all the DBs to the party.
Resurrect David Bowie from the grave.
Okay, deal. Table 2 action, though. Michael Judge is off to a slow start. Tom Lamore 2-0 up against him, the American fighting back. Unfortunately for Mike Judge, it was a late night last night. Hope it didn't affect him too much in this morning frame session. He's down 10 points in the third frame. He's got Tom in the tough snooker. Check out that match over on our second live stream on the OX Billiards YouTube channel. Referee Brendan Floyd in his first tournament. Doing a great job.
4.
Rodney chiming in that David Byrne is playing in Dublin in June. Rodney, are you going to it? Because on April 4th, I will be there with my fellow DB, David Byrne, blessing our presence at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre in Vancouver. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. Always, that gentleman puts on a great show, music, dancing, visuals. You know, if you got the money and you can afford the ticket, it's a worthwhile investment.
Oh,
Callum,
another
4.
big miss from Callum. Seems like Callum's given Davey the chances, but Davey just hasn't been taking them on, getting full-fledged. It was just that last clearance that came short.
1.
Now I think this is a good spark for Mr. Morris. Fortunately, the balls are not all available, so I'm going to be a free few pots and try to figure out this
7.
little puzzle of a 2 red blue-black cluster on the left side of the table.
8.
Decent angle here maybe to go into them, but I think the ideal might be just to go cushion first and push one out of the reds out in the open. Leave himself a pot to right corner, right middle. Trying to drop in behind it. Ooh, tight window. He got there.
14.
There's a slight angle to go toward the other balls, but I think you can just follow forward and play yellow, or excuse me, pink to right middle pocket and
15.
bumps up in that red. What a shot. Perfect angle on that shot.
So you just gonna
Roll up.
tap in, just get a nice little snooker, little finesse shot here.
David, 15.
Rodney still chiming in about some musical. I encourage you, Rodney, check out David Byrne. You will not be disappointed. And we'll have lots to talk about besides other things when I get back to Nina. Remain in the Light. It's a great Talking Heads album. And anytime they got into the studio with Brian Eno, it was magic. Anybody that knows my snooker story knows that Brian Eno played a big part in that.
Good shot from Callum. Played it at the right pace. Most people will just try to roll that ball, maybe try to hope to make it, but needed to get some separation.
Just a little pacey.
Yeah, the white leaking out here for Davey.
He had the trick there.
Yeah.
He faltered a little bit, so
It's a trade-off, that shot, to try to get the white dug in there deep. You might leave the red out in the open or over one of the corners, but he's got a good red ball, so got the latter half of the benefit there.
yeah, it seems like Davey's just the screws are just a little bit loose. If you could just tighten them a little bit and hone in, then he'll be the fearless player that we know.
Interesting spot here, since it's very difficult to predict how these balls will kind of separate at times. I think you might just roll up on this red dead weight. Maybe going to be giving advantage to Callum in the next safety. Just going cushion first. To guarantee not leaving it. Oh, did he get the full snooker? Big shot there if he did.
Look at these comments by David Brock. He's definitely trying to burn down the house.
I think the best part was Rodney might actually be a psycho killer.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Great video, actually, that just came out to Psycho Killer. Highly recommend. Good conceptual video. Yeah, Tina Weymouth as well. Rodney, great bass player. And probably Stop Making Sense. Probably one of the best concert films you'll ever see. So have you seen that, Christian?
Nope.
You have a musical background.
Gotta check it out, sounds like. Great shot from Davey here in this snooker, and is he gonna leave a shot, Callum? No, but he has opened up the colors, so now anyone's frame here.
Yeah, a lot of things were turning there. It could have gone real wrong for Callum, but fortunate enough, he's okay. Slim 1 point advantage in this third frame, 31-30, but has a 2 frame advantage in the match. I'd love to go up 3-0. Davey's yet to get his first frame on the board of the day.
Yeah, big frame, the last one to steal from Callum. Oh, watch out, white. No.
I'll up 4.
Brutal.
fine line between heaven and hell there. He could have been so beautiful behind the blue, but unfortunately the white found the bottom of that corner pocket.
Ouch. I wonder if he just lost the white there, or a little bit too aggressive maybe. I have to wonder, because the black was a good blocker as well. The main thing on that shot was to get the red up near the middle of the bulk cushion, so I wonder what happened. I'll have to ask him after. The balls are all there.
Green's a little safe on that cushion. It's a bit tough, but
Luckily leads to the brown, pretty straightforward, so just has to get right in behind it. This is a big shot now for this angle on the yellow. Michael Judge is clawing his way back in the third frame, leading 47-32. He's on an open red as well, so good chance to make that score 2-1 down against Tom Lamore, but 2-0. Would not have predicted that at the start of this match.
well, I think you made a good observation about that Mike Judge Tom Lamore match. That Mick actually, I should say, did go quite late into the evening. I tell you, those late nights can be troublesome. That's the great Canadian Cliff Floor back in 1983 when he had his beautiful maximum at the Crucible Theatre. He was playing Terry Griffith in that match, and they finally finished that match. I think it was about David Brock or Rodney, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was maybe 3:45 in the morning. So Cliff might have got the maximum that year, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get the World Championship because he faltered against Steve Davis in that 83 final.
Long rest.
Looks like Callum's looking for the he might be looking for the redwoods, the long rests. Referee Fediushyn's on the lookout as well.
Yeah, I think he wants an implement in order to extend the normal rest. Maybe we have a limited amount of those in the room, so let's go and fetch it from another table. Rodney's awake yet? Oh,
There you go. I was 6 minutes off. And actually, there were still people in the Crucible Theatre watching that match all the way up to 3:51 a.m.
yeah.
I think Rodney might have been one of them.
Well, the year I went when Luca Brissell won it, didn't we have a match that went to deep into the night? I think it was the Battle of the Marks. Mark Allen and Mark Selby were playing a Mark Selby type match, and they normally slot 8 frames in a regular World Championship session. I think they only managed to get through 5 of them before they had to kick them off for the next session. I think that next session ended up going a bit late. So
Yes, you are correct. There was a session there that, yeah, it was taking quite a while, and they were the afternoon session. And there was an evening session that had to play, so they had to get off, and they would reconvene after that evening session concluded. Very promising for the Englishmen to go up 3-0 here. Blue is his frame. Ball.
shows how huge that last frame was. Difference with 2-1 and 3-0 against a player like Davey.
17.
Big match.
As Pink to take a commanding 3 frames to 0 advantage in this quarterfinal match. And it's there. Wow, this is impressive stuff by Callum Beresford. I would have been surprised if you told me it was going to be 3-0 after about an hour and 20 minutes of match time. But Davey Morris is a fighter. He's not just going to roll over and die. We'll see if he can get his first frame on the board when frame 4 starts in a few moments' time.
First frame, David to break.
And welcome back, everybody. Featured match here. The distinct pleasure to have the reigning NENA Open champion, Brendan O'Donoghue, in the booth. Brendan, how are you doing?
All right, Dave.
Great.
Davey's training down here. I just got in for the last frame. I was watching Man City destroy Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final, my own Arsenal team, so a bit disappointed.
One.
Davey. Black ball in the second frame.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of keeping an eye on it. Rodney's in the chat.
Rodney, David Brock, all the usual great cast of characters that we have.
8.
Davey could do it a quick start here maybe in this frame.
9.
I think if he can take the frame in this visit, it really will bode well for him. Just needs to tighten the screws just a little bit. He's been a bit careless here and there.
Yeah. All right, he's trying to
16.
He's trying to get himself going here. He's playing a bit quicker. He's trying to find something maybe. Just kind of play on instinct for
17.
a little while and just see can he fall onto the shots a bit better. That's what I do. So I think that's what he's doing. He's
24.
Wouldn't say he's throwing caution to the wind, but he's just like, right, come on, see can I
25.
find the line, just fall onto him. Get a few going. He's not even looking at this. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to play this. That's it. wanted to flick there. He wanted to just touch it, but he's left himself a little bit longer one. Tester now because he's not going that
32.
well. Straight one, tight table. He's got a stun run through.
33.
Maybe all of a sudden he will have found something. I'd like him to make 70 here, don't really ask a question. Ref will need skates. We know it all too well, Goggy, don't we? Looking at this lad slapping balls in. You can lose 3 frames in a half an hour, less 25 minutes. It looks effortless at times. I'm going to be
41.
totally Ireland biased here now, and I'm going to say I hope if this black goes in, he gets in the middle of the balls. Another 3 reds and blacks, and thanks very much. Next frame. Yes, we'll take that.
48.
As well.
6 reds and 6 blacks, Dave.
You read my mind.
49.
I can assure you, I don't think that will be on Davey's mind until he pots at least another 4 reds and blacks here, because it's 3-0 down and he's looking at the tournament win, I'm sure. But if there's a bit of history to be made, he will like to make it because he has a lot. Touch it. Beautiful.
He's buzzing around the table.
I told you, he's going to have a go.
56.
I wish Arsenal had done this today. Okay, I'm behind. Let's have a go. That Davey's going to do that. Davey's not going to go down doing the same stuff that has to be
57.
working for 3 frames. He is going to have a go, see what happens. And let's see if Callum is able to take it out. Davey's nothing done here yet, though. He's only 57 made. Ball's all open. If he misses now, handing over to a man with 3 frames on the board. Lovely. Yeah. This might test the 147 theory now,
64.
because it's easy to go back for the pink. Oh, he's leaving in the high blacks.
65.
Got the stopwatch on him. See, around maybe 3 minutes.
Oh,
He's
we
threatening
can
the
go back.
521.
And no, you won't threaten that, but steady. Now,
72.
72. Frame's not done. Doesn't really matter. He's going to go 400 reds either way, but he's committed now to the 147, I'd say. Could have bled back for the pink the last shot. And made sure of an easy frame win on the board, you know. Just needs a little flick off the other red on the way through. Oh, he's nice playing the outside one. Flick mustn't be there. Oh, that's a great. That was way harder than it looked on camera.
73.
Way harder. Had to play with a little bit of trace. Missed it. Oh, that's it. Yes.
Continues 10 reds, 10 blacks.
80.
He's open the door. Come on, ref. Please, not now.
81.
Bad timing, ref. Come on, no, close the door. Got kind of max here. Come on, any outside interference. That's it. Thank you.
88.
To the middle, slip the pink. Might use the cushion, might not. He's just fooling us. He's going to flick in the other red pot of blue. Did Callum kick the toe of a giant?
I think he might have woken up a bear.
Oh, this is tricky again. This is like the last one he had. He mustn't be able to get the pull on the white to get it between the pink and the black for the red that is onto the centre now. He's worried about that. He knows he's going to be on the black if he pots this. But the red's more difficult. Great shot.
89.
Lot to do though. You'll have to pot. I'll try and pot the reds back into the other corner, I'd say, and get in behind him.
Yeah, well, Callum's got to feel it's just one frame.
Oh, Callum's rooting for him now. You know,
True.
he's 3-0 up. Yeah, perfect. Slow down. Oh, it's tricky.
96.
No, he's in. Callum's in. Callum's absolutely praying Davy makes this now. Absolutely.
Yeah, once the frame's been put to
yeah,
bed, they turn
frames.
into a cheerleader on a drop of a hat.
Absolutely. Frame is done. Come on, Davy.
97.
This black for 104 and counting.
Everybody in the crowd knows what's happening now. Shot.
Come on.
Don't go
No.
off. Don't do that.
Oh,
Oh, he's a chance. Come on.
yeah. The room has completely stopped.
104.
All other matches.
Everybody's aware. You know, if this one goes in and he gets on the black, we're in it. Yes, Davy,
There.
settle white.
105.
Come on. Get up. Get
Get
up.
going. Oh.
112.
Look at.
Come on. Get in there
Get in the
somewhere.
center. Get in the center. Oh, great.
David,
goal.
112.
Oh, great 112, 14 reds, 14 blacks.
And the frame.
Very exciting stuff. You came at the right time. So
Oh.
little the Irish luck right there.
I'm going to stay here now.
Well, we'll just step aside, catch our air over that while Anton finishes, sets up for the fifth frame. Davey gets one on the board. Very impressive there. Is the train going to continue to run, and can he get another frame on the board? We'll find out when we come back with frame 5. And welcome back to our featured quarterfinal match here between Callum Beresford and David Mortis. Beresford with a 3-1 advantage. He's close to moving on to the semifinals, but an impressive 14 reds with 14 blacks clearance on that last frame by David Morris. Maybe has woken it up. But it's David Burney in the booth with Brendan O'Donoghue, part of the team that's bringing you this lovely tournament.
Shot, Davey. Ute. No. Davey's gonna bust the reds first chance he gets. He is.
Good point.
He's gonna bust him first chance he gets, and he's gonna try and bully Callum now.
Foul and a miss. David 4.
He's raging that's not another further ball back because he'd been able to open him and put the white in ball. He's like, oh, God, delay this, busting the reds now for a shot. I want to see Davey do it again. I want to see Davey win the next 3 frames. Sorry, Callum. I don't know. Callum's absolutely class. Really nice lad. Just have me Irish hat on here in the boot now. Mick's after pulling the frame back on table 2 as well. 2-1 now with Mick and Tom Lamore. Tom Lamore is playing steady. A result there with me as well. Sharma.
Sharma, yeah, he's our first semi-finalist. That's correct. He's this batch of Adam Najit, 4 frames to 1.
2-2 on the other table between Albert Kenny and Dan Wormersley. Oh, Tom won't be happy with that.
Foul and a miss. David 4.
Short of pace.
I like this ref as well. He's good, isn't he?
Anton Fediushyn,
Yeah.
yes. Strong lad was one of Tom Lamore's pupils back in Poland.
He's only new enough to the scene. He's 19.
Yes, because he played in our BC Junior tournament last year. So that was his last year of eligibility. He was 18.
Yeah.
So this year he's 19.
He's got a bit about him. In the reffing terms, I haven't seen him play. I'm sure he's able to play too, but he definitely holding himself well in the table and performing well.
Yeah, he and a fellow friend from Poland, Margot Lisovenko, came down and did the referee program with Desi.
Very good. Out of the door.
One.
Davy'd love to get popped his black in out of that lowest red in the pack now and get the ball smashed and just go. Here we go again. He's going to get his wish here.
Just felt in the early going. Yeah,
8.
he just needed to tighten those screws.
Yeah, but look, it's difficult. You're trying to play it proper, but
9.
now it's like, right, I'm just going to have a go at you. See, can you take it? And just be careful, because Davy gets his tail up. It can be a couple of frames can be ran off quite quickly.
16.
Sitting in your chair looking at the scoreboard and you're ahead and you're wondering, does it even matter? He's just going to keep potting everything. White snakes is Coggy. Here I go again. We know it all too well,
17.
Coggy. If this fella starts potting him.
There's been a lot of musical comments on the chat this morning. Definitely in that last break, Davey looked like a conductor of an orchestra, getting everything in tune.
It's a little bit perfect.
22.
Good cue in this one, just to force that out. Oh no, you could roll it in. Mind me. Still have to learn the
23.
angles in near the screen. Trying.
$30.
Lead already.
31.
Pockets are looking bigger now.
$38.
Just gonna try and push the other red down a bit. Settle white.
39.
And gone green again, of course. Might have to dig this a little bit.
Foul.
No, why you do that?
David,
Like,
39. Callum, 7.
totally unbiased commentary here. 47-7. Yes, okay.
Callum hasn't had a shot, it seems like, in quite a while.
15 minutes ago you fancy him to pot this red, and now he's over and he's going, if I miss this, it's 3-2. Because Davy's in stroke like he's in flow. A big shot. Big shot at the minute in the match. There may be bigger shots to come by.
Yeah, back in the first frame, 0-0. Fancy him to make it, but you're correct, Brendan. The pressure that's mounting in his head.
He's a tester. It's an absolute tester. It's a tough shot with no pressure on you. He's not God. And he's feeling it. You can't see as I can see him out the window here, and he's looking and he's going, this guy's going to make this 3-2. And I've had one shot in 20 minutes.
One.
It's going to be 3-2. Davy is starting to dance.
I think we all would have been gobsmacked if David was to lose this match 4-0.
6. 7.
Big shot. Lands a one here. It's 3-2. Bit more playing it yet.
14.
The game's back on, says Rodney. 99 world champion.
David, 14.
So 54-point advantage, but still lots of reds on the table. Callum can crawl his way back into this fifth frame.
Turn my attention to Mick. 48-28 on table 2. Mick Judge Tom Lamore. Mick up late last night. I refereed the game. Didn't get out of here. Last man standing he was last night. Last match. Q and Casey went home straight away, obviously, to try and get a few hours back up at 10 o'clock this morning, but it was, I say it was after 1:30 maybe, last night, when Mick was going home. He said to me at the start of the match, I don't think I've ever started a match after 4 a.m. before. And I said, Mick, it's 4 a.m. at home, Bren. Oh, look at this. I can't pronounce that, but I know it's Tom O'Driscoll. How are you, Tom? Happy with yourself after the Man City hammering the Gunners, I'd say. Tom's a big Spurs supporter. Tommy Moore's in a snooker. Great escape, but left on Mick the Reds. Correct, he says. Happy out, Tom. Been seeing you in a while, looking forward to meeting you again. Hope all is well. Just on the other table, Mick got a red into the corner here. And he's got 2 or 3 loose reds, black in the spot, pink in the spot, 20-point lead. And expect him to make it 2-2 against Tom Lamore.
That is our other featured table on the OX Billiards
kinda just
YouTube
after,
channel.
Sorry, Potters, I just kind of answered that there in a second. So one match is over with Nitin Sharma gone through to the semis. Dan Wormsley, Albert Kenny is 2-2. Mick is looking every bit like 2-2 here as well. You can actually watch that. It's the other streaming table. He's a foot and a half behind the black here with 2 loose reds. And he's the guts at 35 ahead, I'd say. So it's going to barring a bad shot from Mick. He's going to be 2-2.
How's his luck with opening everything up?
Yeah, look, Davey is going to be aggressive now. We won't mention Forest. Did I miss something? Did Forest beat Spurs? Oh, I must have missed that. I need to Google that straight away. You know that? You don't follow the soccer. Big game that was. Oh no, Tom. I'm feeling much better all of a sudden. Forest beat Spurs 3-0 today. Oh no. Oh, we're both having a bad day, Tom. Oh, what a ball.
Very nicely done by
One.
Callum.
What a ball. Mick's mopped all the loose reds and the colours on table 2, and it's all over Barry shouting now 2-2. That's going to be as soon as he misses. He just missed the blue, but he's ahead by about 60. The yellow. Callum is trying to cool off Davey. Will it work? He is, yeah, but cool off all you like. You gotta pot them when you get in. I don't think Callum's slowing down on purpose. I think he's kind of a. He's not a mad fast player anyway. Generally.
Yeah, it might be just a trace slower than usual. I think when he's in the
Yeah, but I
groove,
think
he's
it's
buzzing.
I think it's because he's like, okay.
I gotta focus.
Yeah,
I gotta,
like.
I blink my
Fine.
eyes, I could be a decider before I know it.
Look. I was saying if he wins this frame, the match is over. But if he it's absolutely match on. If he doesn't take this frame at 3-2, it's back into balance. But it was all done 25 minutes ago. Stick to the snooker country, man. You're no Gary Neville. Gary Neville. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, just cheer me up now. It has cheered me up. I did not know the Forest beat Spurs 3-0.
Yeah, Brendan was dragging his knuckles as he was coming into the booth here. Not feeling happy.
Not good. No, I should have done my homework on that. It's too sick after watching City hammer Arsenal.
Six.
Oh no! Oh,
Callum.
it's
six.
on now. It's on now.
was going to say it was right there for him just to get back in the frame, but constantly miss on the black.
It's on.
1.
And Davies are a merciless putting machine. If he sniffs this that he thinks you're gone weak, you're getting it.
He's out for blood now.
6. 7.
Momentum has swung towards the Irishman.
Yeah. Callum's probably like, right, I need to go wash my hands now. Do something.
12.
Surprised if he didn't. And
On the snooker's required stage, so
mix 2-2 as
13.
well. He'll stay in his boot. Boys had to frame once I sat down here. Now it's 2-2 and 3-2.
the luck of the Irish when they come in the booth. Better look out, Tom Moore and Callum
19.
Beresford might be coming for you.
Tom Moore.
Bring back in Christian.
Get Christian back. That's it. Didn't even want that to go in. Set them up.
David, 19. And the frame, David.
That's a session by Callum Beresford. So another frame for David Morris. He's coming back in this match. Only trails 3-2. Can he take the sixth frame and put us into a decider? We'll find out when we come back with frame 6.
Sixth frame, David to break.
And we're back here with our sixth frame quarterfinal match. David Morris was up against it, trailing 3 frames to 0. And has really kicked it into high gear. Callum Beresford a little nervous right now. So he's still ahead, just needs the 1 frame as his opponent needs 2, but definitely wants to stop the bleeding here. Get this match done and dusted. That's a nice red.
1.
The Wolf of Walking Street. Well played. Bradolf Pittler, 1000.
What's the story, Dave? Pot red. Can't pot on red.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Snick into the middle.
I was making a cup of Barry's tea there, Goggy. Brought the Barry's with us. Making one for Christian. Changed his break after what? I said, saying that now, X relaxed. What happened there? Who broke off?
Davey did.
Davey did. Yeah, conservative, Goggy. Little bit. Paul is normally called it more than that. Oh, right to the centre. Yeah, I love it. 4th frame was highly aggressive.
4.
I have a feeling if Davey gets a go at something to break reds again, they'll go again. He's not gonna change the tack now, I don't think, after winning 2 on the bounce real quickly. Callum has gone. He's slow on a step, isn't he?
Callum 4.
Maybe he feels the best line of defence is to try and slow Davey a bit. Okay, got away with it. That. Let's see, I can hit it. Agreed. I think so, Goggy.
Yeah, I don't think Callum's going to be wasting time, but just...
No, he's not. He's not.
Comfortable
No,
pace.
not at all. He's not. We're not suggesting that at all. But he was 3-0 and he's 3-2 in the blink of an eye, like. So he's obviously tightening up a little bit and just trying to be extra cautious, maybe. And I think Davey will stay being aggressive here. At least I think he should anyway. The bit of luck. He was never a lucky player, Davey.
No, that's your MO? You're the lucky player? One of you Irish players needs to be lucky.
Mix in again. The other he's not high on the blue. He's in alright, but he's got like a 3 out of 10 right up the rail.
Gotta get going. Gotta get going.
Refs not said that.
Yeah, it was
So
contact.
It hit
No
it.
touching balls.
It looked like it touched it and came back off a holy water. He's swimming. Rodney's alluding to Davies' fortuitous rubs and touches over the course of the. Anyway, don't know. Davies a highly aggressive player, so he often took opportunities to go into the balls and they'd land nice, but once he gets them open, that's it. He's off the side rail in behind the green. No, he just flicked off it.
Watch out for that green pocket.
Oh,
Okay.
that. He hit that. Rodney is saying he hit that red there. I think he did, yeah. I think he just touched it and rolled back away from it. No foul. Definitely.
Referee Fediushyn is very astute. Great addition to the professionalism of this tournament.
Who won that table 3 for him, Dave? How do we find out again? Here. Dan Wormersley's 3-2 up on Albert Kenny on table 3 as well, for anybody that wants to know or is just following us on the live stream.
Barry's tea.
Barry's tea, yeah. A cup of something. Referee after playing a tournament organising all day, then he played a match and then the referee a match.
A man of many hats,
Right.
Brendan O'Donoghue.
Yeah. He missed that by a ways.
Yeah, earlier in the match, those are falling for him, so
No doubt he's feeling it. He just wants a couple of pots, like. Have him just a couple of pots now because Davey has him.
One.
On the ropes.
He has him even a 3-2 down. He's just saying this lad's getting stronger. You know, so he just wants to kind of manufacture a couple of handy pots for himself and just find his rhythm again. Davey's not going to want to let him do that, you know. Yes, this what you want to say. He didn't get into that now, but he's got one to the green bag.
3.
All sorts of tons in that final out in China last night. I didn't see it, but Ronnie had a couple in a row, and then Tepchaya had a couple in 147 in the middle of trade. Ridiculous stuff.
So when you finished your day, you went home and watched it?
No. I don't debate myself. I just saw it on some feed or something. I don't know how it was. I absolutely did not go home and watch Snooker. Bad.
11.
Straight sleep. Long days here, but they're great. When you like Snooker, it's just interesting to be helping with it and running it. And the commentaries is kind of a bonus for me,
12.
just to get to talk a little bit about it. Just bouncing off, you know. Snooker from the gods it was. Alright, Phil, what's happening? Looked unreal when I looked at the stat sheet anyway. Can't imagine watching it. It must have been just awesome altogether.
Probably just electrifyingly quick with those two.
Yeah.
17.
Great game to watch. You'd watch the two of them play all day, wouldn't you? You're watching Davey here, and if he pots this red and lands in the black and can slip the other two reds then after that and take another 24. So,
18.
yes. Position is big shot here. Land nice in the next red. He's going to take at least 2 to 3 more. Another 24. He's going to find himself nearly 50 ahead again. And just land nice on the next red here.
The man from Kilkenny playing quite well here.
2008 World Amateur Champion. Beat our own Giller in the final.
25.
There's a path for this red to left middle.
Middles are tight here.
26.
Shot, that's the better shot to look. Middles are tight in these tables. God, and he's in stroke. And we have a match.
33. $34.
Wipe his feet there. Grab bottoms, Rodney.
41. $42.
He's not even queuing up now. He's on and he knows he's on the line. He's just putting the cue down. He's like, I'm on the line. They're going in. Thank you.
Just the muscle memory of years and years of playing.
Tis as an awesome a sight as you're likely to see in Irish amateur snooker is watching this fella in flow. It's absolutely, he can just be devastating.
49.
Devastating, and he doesn't he doesn't kind of fool around. There's a real sense of focus in his eyes when he's doing it to you, you know.
50.
It's okay.
Come on. Up.
57.
Man. Settle.
58.
He may
Bit
not,
pacey there, maybe a little adrenaline pumping through him.
he may not go to slap the blue in now, even though he'd like to. He might just go, hold on, Davey, hold on. Half hour ago, you were 3-0 down.
Yellow ball.
58-4 ahead here now. Yellow on the side rail. It's the one. That is the
David,
one.
58.
Oh, Callum. What do we do? Tom Moore's getting a bit of a foothold on the other table in frame 5. 20 points up. Long red on the black. Might be able to split a few. Mick mounted a good comeback there from 2-0 down. Anybody just joined us. Like being involved in a horror film. And you're the victim. No, Coggy. You know he's coming and you just can't stop him. Yeah, push 2 reds, open the pink and push 2 reds down near the black now as well, which is good for Callum if he can get a pot somewhere.
Big red here he's taking on.
He's had 2 goals at reds that I can remember in the last 5-10 minutes, and he's missed them. He didn't put either of them in the pockets, didn't put either of them in the jaws. He's totally frozen out now for the last, how long am I sitting here? 45 minutes? 40 minutes?
1.
Totally frozen now for the last 40 minutes. And it's 3-all. You would fancy, it doesn't often happen even from 3-0 down 3 or whatever, you would fancy Callum to get some sort
6.
of a half a chance or an opportunity in the last frame. It might be just a good chance at a long red to land in the
7.
black or something. The cat's purring. Another Wexford man in. Adrian Dorn online. The cats are purring. I hope James Bateman's watching, because the cats haven't purred in a long time. Right, Chief, if you're in there,
14.
if you're watching. The house of pain in Cox's backyard.
15.
Yeah.
Table with no middle pockets on it.
And we are headed to the decider. I think at the beginning of the match, this is where we felt it was going to go. Kind of a little surprised that Callum built up a 3-frame-to-0 victory, but
22.
David Morris has dug his heels in and mounted a magnificent
23.
comeback to at least just give him a chance of getting into the semifinals. Who's going to capitalize on that chance in the decider? That is the question.
Oh, it's...
30.
You know what camp I'm in? Happy days. Throw 'em up.
David,
Another.
30.
Throw 'em up.
And the frame. David.
Here's your cue. Get that cold drink, because we're going to step aside for a few short moments and come back to the deciding frame of this quarterfinal match between Callum Beresford and David Morris. Stick around, everybody. It's fitting to be an exciting finish. Welcome back, everybody. Handshakes have been had by these two competitors.
Who are you on, Dave?
Tough to tell. You know, obviously, you watch the pro circuit.
Come on,
always
Dave.
ask
Break
just-
character. Come on. Who are you on?
Frame.
Who are you on?
Callum to break.
Well, we know who you have, so I guess I got to play devil's advocate
And play
go
the
for
other guy.
Englishman.
Okay.
That's going against the code of Davids, as I'm a David. So, but yeah, I just want to see a good frame.
I think Callum will get some sort of an opportunity here. If it's only like a long red to land on something, or a little, I think he'll get some type of a half chance at some stage. But I think, they both may get a chance. All you really want in a decider, that's the kind of the cliche term. You just want a chance. Isn't that it? You're just kind of hoping that you don't, play a bad safety and let him in, and that you haven't kind of taken on a pot, or at least had an aggressive moment in the decider. Pressure will switch a little now. Davey won't be as free flowing as he was. It won't be as caution to the wind, because he knows now he's right in it. 3-3, and Callum will be like, okay, I haven't had a shot in a while, but maybe I can build a bit of momentum early in the final frame.
Yeah, our good friend Tom Lamore said in his post-match win interview yesterday, he'd rather, if he's got a chance that he can be aggressive, he'd rather take that on than lose on a clumsy defensive shot.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. It is a sickener to lose on a like a double case or like an up and down. Dave did it. He played it bad when you leave it right over the hole. The guy puts along red and has 60 and just controls the frame after that. You'd be sick, like especially if you had a chance of one, or you could have half taken on something. Again, another big pot. Hasn't got near anything in a while. This is really tough. He's probably going to try and run it in up for the blue. Missed it again. He's give Dave. Davy's got an easy opener. Black spot will be taken.
I don't mind that opportunity by Callum.
No, you gotta go
to
for
take the
that.
frame.
Yeah, exactly. There's nobody here in the building anywhere in snooker that would not go for that. Everybody's going for that red. Everybody's in snooker. You're going for that red. You're not like trying to play a dumb shot or something there. Everybody's going for that red. But he's playing the right shots. He's just not potting them. Become a tiger. Good stuff. Like it.
One.
High side in the blue.
What do you have for us, David Morris?
He's got to get, like, if he puts a pink in a minute, the pink's going down into the cluster of balls, could close a few off. Black spot from our vantage point now. You don't know where the black is going. Is it going to go up to the green spot, or is it?
The pink spot's open.
Yeah, but he won't get down to the black until he has at least another blue or a pink pot, so the pink will probably go back in the spot before that time. He may not need the black at all, but the pink only seems to go into the bottom left pocket as we're looking at, so there's a bit of thinking to be done. If you can kind of take him in an order where he can release another pocket for himself. That's what he'll be looking at right now. He'll be raging with that. Leaving himself on the rail. Just off the rail when he could have put himself in the open for other shots.
Yeah, the crisis hotline might be buzzing if Callum is to fall in this frame. 3-0, losing 4
Good
in a
shot.
row.
14.
Now. Lost the ref down with the black. Right, so we just have the pink now, so red to centre.
21.
Screw back and move the red close to the white out of the way a little bit. And then he'll have 3 pockets for the pink. He's running it in. Doing something I didn't see. Trying to move him now. Look at that, beaut. Open the other pocket for himself.
Callum just hoping for a chance. Davy Morris does not want to give it to him.
Davy takes, if he takes 3 more reds and pinks here, the table will be open for the win. It's the next couple of shots are tricky. Just landing, precision needed. Albert Kenny is, hold on now. Albert Kenny is under pressure. He is 3-2 down, 50 points to 10 down, and if we look out the window, he's I'm going to say he's gone, because there's only a red left, and he's got to 50 behind.
So
28.
Promise for at least one Englishman to move into the final 4. Canadian there as well.
Who's the Canadian?
Sharma.
Oh,
Nine.
he's Canadian, right? Sorry, I thought he was. I don't know these lads. I thought he was playing under an American flag. Apologies. Red just below the pink. Beautiful.
34.
Beautiful.
$35.
Might try a little delicate one and play on the two reds close to each other, just to the right, directly to the right of the pink, two reds close by. Just to try and nestle onto him, and then he's wanting to pot the two underneath the pink. I'm not seeing anything else open. Oh, the one below, right, okay. This obviously goes into the bottom left.
40.
It's been impressive, hasn't it, Dave?
Oh, it certainly has. It's been an exciting quarterfinal. I think we've had everything here. Very close to a maximum.
41.
Biting frames as they've gone down to the final few balls.
Absolutely perfect on this. Look, just move the other two out of the way now a little. I didn't even have that. Lovely.
I know you Brits don't get a lot of
Brits?
or Irish and Brits.
47.
I was talking about Callum. Might not get a lot of Major League Baseball over there, but the great bat catcher of the New York Yankees once said, Yogi Berra, it ain't over till it's over.
Who's Yogi Bear?
He's a bat catcher for the New York Yankees.
Okay.
Yogi Berra, not Yogi Bear.
Pardon my ignorance of baseball. I
It's
have
all
no
right.
clue. Not a clue.
Did famous to say, it ain't over till it's over. That must be what Davey was
48.
feeling. You got to feel for Callum. This is just heartbreaking.
I'd be sick. He'd be absolutely sick. All he's had is a go at a couple of long reds. Not got near any of them. And Davies just come in and
54.
played like we expect him to play. You know? That's the thing as well. There's an expectation with lads.
Yeah, I think
55.
sometimes the early morning matches, some of these guys aren't fully woken up. So,
I got here at the end of the third frame and Davey looked edgy and nervous and didn't, wasn't in flow, nothing. And then he just went, okay, that's not working. I'm going to have a go at you now and let's see can you take the go. And he's been very, very, very good since.
yeah, he did not seem like the Davey Morris that we know.
Pure pisto, says Tom.
61.
Needs another one. And better than the blue.
I think we're just going right into the
62.
middle of the pocket.
God, yeah. Oh, look. I've been on the other end of this for years. And you know what it's like.
Yeah, this pink is his frame ball here. Puts him up 68 with 67 on the table.
He has not played he hasn't played a foot wrong, has he? In 4 frames.
Yeah,
68.
played no miss snooker. It's just been a delight to see.
You'd feel for Callum, definitely. 3-0 up and playing well.
69.
I certainly thought about it. That almost was the chance that Callum needed. But we might have all countries representative.
Mick is 3-2 down on the other table, just for people that can't see.
75.
0-0. No ball gone, 3-2, Tom Lamore.
Got a Canadian, got an Englishman in Daniel Wormsley. Looking like we're getting our first Irishman in it.
76.
Dan Worms, the game's over.
Davy Morris and can Tom Lamore make it an international Final Four and be the American.
Christian will be back in the boot with his USA.
Let's see the ton, Davy. Finish it off in style. Be a little tough here.
83.
Yeah, somewhere. Got one in the middle.
David, 83, frame and a match.
Unreal.
David.
Oh, what a performance there by Davy Morris. 4 on the spin. Boy, you got to feel that for Callum Beresford as he was looking strong, leading 3 frames to 0. But he'll lick his wounds and definitely come back in the next tournament. But Davy Morris continues on in this tournament, the first Irishman into the semi-final. We're going to step aside for a few short moments and set up our post-match interview with Davy Morris. And as well, you can take a look at the Mick Judge and Tom Lamore match on our other OX Billiards YouTube channel. So stand by, everybody, for that post-match interview. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our post-match interview of the 2026 U.S. Snooker Masters. Here with off an impressive win, Davy Morris into the semifinals. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted, Dave. You know, at 3-0 down, it looked like I was gone, and I kind of gave away 2 frames. I missed the black off the spot to go 1 each, the final black, and just the whole momentum of the match was like very flat for me. And I didn't want to come out all this way and then just go out with a whimper, you know, because I know I'm better than that. And then in the 4th frame where I had the maximum attempt, it just sparked me into life a little bit. Played a lot quicker, a lot more fluent, and to be honest, even in that last frame, I felt I was going to do a good break. Maybe not a 1 visit, but I could have got 40, 50, but it ended up being in the 80s. So it just sort of brought out I suppose the real player in me, not what was going on in the first 3 frames.
True. It definitely felt like in that 4th frame when you came out, you're just like, well, I got nothing to lose. I might as well just go at it, and you did.
Yeah, exactly. I think I was just playing a little bit too much with like the handbrake on, and wasn't letting myself flow properly, or trying to be too careful. And that's when you actually start cueing badly. I was missing cueing shots, and I was like, I would practice for a month and not miss these shots, So I just had to kind of get some speed into my game, get some fluency, and to be fair to Callum, like he potted all the balls in the first few frames. He potted the pressure balls, and I was missing them. So credit to him there. But I think once I got going, it obviously applied a little bit more pressure to him and made his chances a bit harder, you know.
Any special thing you said to yourself in between that third and fourth frame? Because as we were watching, I'm like, I think Davey just needs to tighten a few screws in the old brain box. And
yeah, if anything, just to let loose. It's actually the opposite of tightening up, just to let loose and just let yourself flow. You know, I mean, I know the likes of Earl Strickland kind of does it when he's behind, he just lets his arm go. Back in the day, I've often watched him playing the 9-ball, and I was kind of just saying that, like, even if you go out on your own sort of style, don't just go out tippy-tappy and not playing properly. So I think it was important to do that, and then that's when you actually find your game. You know, I felt very comfortable there. I felt I was going to pop in most things, and I got a little bit of running here and there as well, where it kind of landed on reds I didn't mean to land on, to keep the break going. So that happens though when you're actually playing a bit better.
And did you feel that later in the match? Obviously, Callum was faltering. You know, there were some long pots that he just missed that he was making earlier in the match. Did you feel that, and that was good momentum for you to?
Yeah, exactly. But it was the exact same for me in the early frames. Like, even if he left me a long one, I didn't think I was going to get it, which is a terrible mindset to have. But it was because I wasn't cueing properly either. I mean, I was getting down to shots going, am I aiming right? And you're worried about your aim, not your actual strike. So once I kind of got back into the match, then there was pressure on his technique to knock in the long balls. And look, anyone can miss them anyway, even if you're playing okay. But it definitely applies more pressure. And you know, in the last frame, he went for one, missed it, and I got left in with a chance. Like, you know.
Sounds great. Well, last year's runner-up, you're in the semi-finals now. How are you feeling your chances?
Yeah, well, a lot better than an hour and a half ago. I think I was going home an hour and a half ago. But look, I'm in with a chance now. You know, there's every chance if I play well enough, I can definitely win it. But there's lots of good players left in it as well, and the main thing to do is just try and focus on your own game and see where that takes you. You know, I think eventually this morning I did figure it out a little bit, so I'm hoping to carry that on now into the next few matches.
Sounds great. Well, congratulations again, making the semi-finals, Dave.
Thank you.
This is David Burney in our interview setup over here at the 2026 U.S. Snooker Masters. We're going to step aside and should be coming back at 2 p.m. with our semi-finals match. But you can also check out bonus footage of Mick Judge taking on Tom Lamore on our OX Billiards YouTube channel.